before you continue, please check out the description down below. We have our guest links are down there, all the worlds that we've been in, as well as if they've built any, be down there as well. If you wish, we have a Discord if you want to come chat with us. We'll be in there doing something. Thank you. Enjoy the video. Welcome to Metaverse Degen. I'm Lion.
I'm Old Man Raptor, and our guest is the.
Oh,
that'd be you, sir.
That'd be you.
Hi, my name is Miyuki.
It's a pleasure having you. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here, me.
So,
Yeah, it's a pleasure to being here.
Yeah. What is it you do here in VR?
Well, I can say that I'm a VR enthusiast player. I also I'm a host for a few clubs, Vrchat clubs in Europe. One of the clubs is Vanguard, and other is VTVR, and also resident DJs for. I'm a resident DJ for a few of the clubs here.
Okay.
It's fun to do. I like to host.
This boy's busy. He don't get around. He just works his ass off because he's got nothing better to do.
Well, of course, I'm playing for a year and a half. Already have almost 2,000 hours. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Indeed. How did you get involved with all that? Like, what brought you into VR, and then go down that rabbit hole of clubs, hosting, and DJing?
Oh, I got pipelined very hard. So everything started when I joined a community, like a Discord community, which started to play Hell Let Loose. And there was a girl from Poland, and she was working in UK but got fired because the COVID and everything. So they closed the factory when and because she was partying with all the people there, and when she got home, everybody bought a headset, like an Index or a Quest or something. And they started to partying, and she told me about this. She told me, for example, about the nightclubs, about exotic nightclubs, hanging out with people, watching movies and everything. And I was very intrigued because in real life, I'm a really social person, and I like going to music festivals and ultra music festival and stuff like that, and I like EDM music. So it just went like that. So I bought a headset. I bought a Quest 2 because I was a bit afraid if I got the Index that I'm gonna get dizzy, sick, and it's just gonna stand in the corner and I'm gonna get. But thank God, when I bought the Quest, the first game I played was roller coaster, on the Quest. So I said, okay, if I'm not sick in the roller coaster, I'm not gonna be sick anywhere. So I put the headset, I installed the game directly into Quest and ran it. And I was a bit sick, but not that lot, and thank God for that. And that's how I started to play Vrchat and went into VR.
Okay. So how'd you get involved in the club scene and DJing then after that? You're involved in quite a lot for someone who's, as you were saying earlier, a year in Vrchat.
Well, everything started when I first visited a nightclub. It was VTVR, and I just remember when I joined the world, it was 9 p.m. when the event started, and I entered the world, and everything was so laggy because I didn't know anything about mods, because you can use mods back then. I didn't know anything. And after I saw everything that with mods, blocked all very poor avatars and stuff, I went to a real night out with some people that I know. The good thing is that I had a friend that helped me get around Vrchat. So I skipped all the screaming kids, Black Cat and everything. I went straight to the nightclubs.
That's really lucky.
He went past go, and when he did collect his $200, but he didn't have to go to jail. He just went around it. I got you.
So in your 2,000 hours, you have yet to experience Questies, Screaming Kids, and Black Cat?
Oh, no! I experienced that, of course. I think that for the new people, that is the way of passage. When you go in Vrchat, you have to first pass the Screaming Kids and the Questies and everything, and then
just screaming
really start to go.
Oh boy.
You know, I remember my first time on headset. I shared the story a few times, but it's one of my favorite stories to best describe VR chat in a nutshell. Is I went to one of the first game worlds I joined was a Murder 4 lobby. And as soon as I hopped in, there was a gaggle of questies hanging out in the corner, all moaning Oni-chan. And I noped the fuck out of there as fast as I could. Just nope. Yep.
I mean, yeah, I had the same experience as you. Yeah, like all the kids screaming and cursing, and yeah.
Yep. Oh. So, wrong way. Whoops. So,
Why? Okay.
yeah.
Sound like my dog barking at me and talking to me.
Whoops. Yeah. So when'd you start DJing and how did that all start? Do you do it in real life or is it like
Well,
VR chat exclusive?
Oh no. It's just Vrchat exclusive. So the first club that I visited, it was VTVR, and I remember that night because when I entered the club, there was a DJ was a big dude in a tuxedo with a tie and a box on his head. Yeah, and he played like the type of music that I really like hard bass, hardcore, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And I started to mingle with people, and it passes a few months, and then I was a little afraid to come up to him and ask, okay, how do you DJ? What do you have? And stuff like that, because he was like the big dude on the stage DJing for like 80 people in the lobby. So, but it turns out the dude is like great, and he helped me a lot. And yeah, and I started to DJ at his club, that is the Vanguard club.
Yeah, DJ Timboy's a really nice dude. We've had a chance to meet him, and he's an amazing, very intelligent guy. Oh.
Yeah, very nice guy. Is he
An
the
excellent
same
DJ.
guy that pissed behind the building?
The ramen stand?
Is
Yeah,
that the
same
same
one.
gentleman?
Yeah. Well,
Yes, same one.
the reference he's making is back to our second video with him, second or first video with him, where we sat down at about a ramen stand, and he goes up to grab a drink, and so this one over here decides to scream out, "What do you do, pissing over there?" And that was the whole little scene.
Yeah.
It's an older video.
It's an older video. Giving him hell.
Oh, indeed. Ooh. So you were saying earlier you had a story you wanted to share on here with us as you were joining. Was it? Was I hearing you correctly?
Oh, the story was how did I went into like DJing and everything. But I have another story, which was frankly the story I tell everybody. Like first 4 weeks into the game, I still didn't have like a custom avatar, of course, because no Unity. I didn't know what Unity is. I didn't know what Blender is. Nothing. And I went to a world that has like avatars you can like try it out. And I was like browsing the avatars, and somebody joined, and I think I put like a Genshin Impact character avatar. It's Genshin Impact is a game, and the person came to me, and it was a kid. I don't know, like 10 years old. And he said, "Oh, that's like a nice avatar you have there." And I said, "Thanks." And because of the voice, I know that it was somebody who's very young. And I asked, "Okay, does your like parents know you're playing the game?" And he said, "No. He just got like the headset yesterday. He got like a Quest 2 for his birthday or something, and he's very sad." And I said, "Okay, what happened? Why are you sad?" And he said, "Oh, he went to like a games and drinking world, and when he joined, everybody like cursed at him and I don't know, talk bad, and he just went away because he got scared." And he said, "Oh, he's just using the headset for a few days. He doesn't have any friends." So he asked me if I want to be his friend. I said, "Okay." And he friended me. And then we picked some avatars, went to McDonald's World, played there a bit, and then he went away. I mean, I feel sorry for the kid because that's somebody's child, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, and he's like playing this game, which isn't his age.
Yeah.
He shouldn't play that.
No, but it's also kind of hard for VR chat and VR and Quest in order to like filter out children, especially with the newer a meta update for Quest where it's that they're allowing 10-year-olds now, or going to be allowing 10-year-olds.
Oh,
Yeah, like they lowered it from 13 to 10, which I don't think is right. I think it's kind of messed up, to be honest with you. 10-year-olds shouldn't be in here, especially with some of the things that go on. Should at least be, what, 15? Age of consent, 16, roughly, to come in here? Minimum?
I would say, yeah, I would say definitely 60.
Mm.
Because a lot of content here isn't like very good for kids.
No, and that and some of the ilk that hang out here really shouldn't be mingling with kids. Like a lot of the Crasher gangs, for example. I was in a Black Hat a long time ago. With Como, you were there.
Mhm.
And there was a dude who's a Vrchat troll, and he had a gaggle of children following him around. And Cuomo, which owns Misbehavin', reported the dude to COC, Council of Clubs at the time, and then reported him and blocked him. But the problem was is he had a gaggle of children who were worshipped him as a deity as he ran around trolling people. It was disgusting. But that's another reason why people should be older in VR, is that side of the internet.
Yeah, definitely. The problem is in technology and in availability, because it's widely available and nobody like checks the age. Nobody like the parents doesn't know what the kid is like playing and doing in the game.
Yeah, well, on Quest though, you can check what your kids are up to by streaming it to a TV or to your phone, and you could hear and see what's going on at least. So if parents do keep an eye on if your kid's below the age of should be here, at least then you can see and hear what they're doing. But then again, how many parents want to do that or know they can do that?
Yeah, usually they like just usually they give to the kid the headset and that's it. Then don't do like any like supervision and looking their kids are doing on the I mean it's the same thing with phones, and nobody like when you give the kid the phone, nobody like checks what he's doing on that.
Yeah, that kind of is one of the sad bits of society. Though I will give modern day children this, though, is a lot of them know tech pretty well. Like my nephew, for example. Like my sister grew up with cell phones and computers and stuff. She's decent with them, but even there are some things or problems my nephew at 9 can fix. And he's 9 years old, growing up in tech and stuff like that. And it's crazy how quickly they pick it up. But there are also a lot of other things like you mentioned.
Yeah, we're getting old very fast.
Yep.
Hey, not too fast. I'm taking it as slow as I can, man. I take it day by day. I don't want to have to walk into walls.
Well,
they hurt
take
like
it hour by hour, not day by day.
Well, anymore, it's minute by minute. What now?
Well, maybe by the time you get to the age of retirement, Raptor, you'll be able to download yourself to the internet, and you'll never have to worry about getting old.
I pass.
You wouldn't do it?
Hell, another one, something like me running around. Fuck, they'd probably put a virus into it just to shut the damn thing up because it's going nuts. I think it's a screw loose.
Well, I mean, like your consciousness would be on the internet or VR.
Same as. Wait a minute. Would you like another one like me running around? No, my mom and dad said that a long time ago. I don't want another one.
It wouldn't be another one.
It'd be me, but still it'd be me, but still that's just a scary enough thought as it is. I think worse shit than what I actually want to do. So whatever you do, play with your brain like it's a Jello. You'll be okay.
Be very careful. Don't do that. Don't listen to him. No, sit down. Sit. Good. Well,
I'm standing.
Whoop. You're what?
I'm standing. You want me to sit? I'd fall through the floor.
No. You said play with your brain like it's Jello, and I'm telling the saying you don't do it. Sit down. Person trying to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, would you ever play in the whole download your consciousness thing, if or when it happens?
Oh, I would rather. Yeah, I would do it.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, when you like look at all the movies that are made like 20, 30 years ago, we are there now. So who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, electric cars. So
Yeah, you do have a point. I do know there is, over in your neck of the woods in Europe, there's a company that we talked about a long time ago that actually copies your consciousness and then makes an AI out of it. And it's not only your consciousness, it's
nice.
you answer a bunch of invasive questions. A to Z, your whole life, memories, and then after you answer these invasive questions, they'll make an AI copy of you. And usually it's marketed towards like people who are passing away or want to leave something for someone to talk to. And you can go into their virtual program and then talk to a copy of yourself. In essence.
I mean, technology went so far. Just look at the AI and Chat GPT and stuff like that. That is just we barely scratched the surface of it. Who knows what's gonna happen in 10, 20, 30 years, 40.
Did you hear about Google's new AI they're trying to come out with to work with Google Gemini? I think they're calling it Google Gemini. It's supposed to be about as powerful as supposed to be about as powerful as like ChatGPT 4 and between 3 and 4 or 5, somewhere in that area. But it's not the same as ChatGPT. Something I have to read more on it, but I think it's more like a bunch of smaller things in cohesion with each other to make a bigger thing. I believe.
Oh, I didn't hear about it. But I didn't hear about it, but I know that some people like connected the AI and stuff with AI with the avatars, and you just can communicate with them. So that's like mind blowing.
Yeah, that is quite mind blowing. Though we do have a bunch of cool AI stuff now, like ChatGPT. I think Celeste, is the AI player that was going around YouTube a little bit. Fia, I think, talked to her or about her. Looks really interesting. Then we also have there's an AI voice mod where you can have it set to whatever you want. You could be a celebrity, you could be your friends, and the free version is.
I tested that.
Oh, you did?
I tested that. Yeah, it's so funny. I took the voice of Morgan Freeman, and for example, in the clubs, you went like behind somebody and say hello, good evening, and the people were just like looking around, and they see me because they know how I sound. Like, what the hell? Like, confusing.
Yeah, that AI voice mod is scary, especially if you train it for a while. Because if it's the same one that a friend of mine uses, you get coins, or you buy coins, or the more you use it, you get coins, and you can train your AI to sound like whatever. And it gets really, really good. It's kind of scary. You could sound like Morgan Freeman or whoever you want for that matter. Crazy technology. Crazy, crazy shit.
Yeah. I'm just afraid that something will happen. Like in the Terminator, the AI is gonna like take over the world with all the technologies, everything. I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah, we are almost there. There are some governments using AIs to like fly drones and stuff, which I honestly think AI should not be used in military because they're terrifying enough. Last thing we need is AI to have like the ability to fire guns and missiles. That's terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, Skynet. it's Skynet from the Terminator. But I know that there are like robot taxis, for example. Like there's no driver, and you just get in and like you put the like destination, drives you around town. So
yeah, kind of sounds like that taxi from Cyberpunk. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, definitely.
Crap.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. There's the AI taxi from Cyberpunk. It kind of has that feel to it. Though, I remember we were talking with someone, Thousand Faces, and they were talking about AI as well with us, and he made a prediction that he thinks at some point every human will be born with AI. Like it'll get placed into you at birth. How do you feel about that?
That's also scary, but remember what people were thinking about genetics and modifying genes for an unborn baby. So
yeah,
they're like they cloned a sheep. Well, they cloned the sheep. So
yeah, I remember
who knows?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. There's also something else kind of scary that came out very recently. Scientists made a synthetic embryo. They took uh, embryonic stem cells and then made sperms and eggs with it, and then made a human, impregnated the egg with a synthetic sperm, synthetic egg, and made a human. Which kind of gives me the fear of when will we see corporations or governments synthesizing specialty made humans for whatever they need? Because if they could do that, they can, as you said,
Yeah.
alter DNA of infants and then make their own people without people. Kind of scary. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather see like more exploration of space than like AI. And we are here, so
Yeah. Well, at least with AI evolution and space, at least that may be a tool that we as humans can use to venture space more safely. Like, for example, you can use AI in junction with a piloting in space. If we're doing long distances, I know Tesla and some other places are working on warp drives, like that will bend space and just two small points, and you just kind of loop over the small point, and that kind of thing. And using AI in junction with that to plot out courses more accurately without like slamming into a planet.
accidentally, yeah. I mean, Star Trek. I mean, what's gonna happen like sooner or later? If it's gonna be like a 500 years, 200 years, or 300 years, we are going to that direction.
For in terms of like that stuff, I am excited for it. AI does scare me a bit, but also the movement of tech is inevitable. Whether we want to fear it or not, it's going to come. As Raptor says, either learn with the times or get left behind, as Raptor says. And by the way, Raptor, I think you're muted. If you said anything, we didn't catch any of it.
Son of a bitch. God damn it. Ah, shit.
What were you saying?
Can you repeat?
Yeah.
Ow. Brain fart. I don't know.
Brain fart, you don't know?
Never mind. No biggie.
We talked about AI, space, genetic.
Oh. What the AI and stuff like this is what you're talking about. If you logically look at it, look what it, we've talked about it, it's got its good points and it's got its bad points. Like I said, if you don't go with the flow of things, you're going to get left behind. But common sense is common sense. It's where you want to use it and everything else like this. For one factor, can you imagine actually having an AI that is like, say you're going across seas, correct? Not everybody speaks their language and stuff like this. So no matter what the ordeal is, it's behind your ear and it's echoing. No, it's not in your ear, it's behind the ear. It's not mounted or anything like this, but it's interpreting what anybody says and everything else like this. And the possibility when it does, it can turn around when you speak, it speaks in there. So what it amounts to is you just got rid of an interpreter. But if somebody's not properly speaking what it's supposed to be, just to make sure we don't have issues. It has a good function, everything else like this. But when it starts, I'll probably never see it.
Well, you actually,
you actually
may.
No, the AI is here.
Well, yeah, I mean the translation with AI. There's an ex-employee of Apple who's working to make a tech, body placeable tech that's supposed to compete with Apple. So instead of having a smartphone screen, it'd be projected onto your hand. You'd have a live interpreter in with the system as well. It'd be like he's working on tech that works inside your body. So you'd have like a little contact lens or eye replacement or whatever, and you'd see the screen on your hand, or it would live translate everything into your ear. It's being worked on now. You may see it in this lifetime.
Well, I might see it and everything else like this. The way things are going so quick, I keep saying to most people and everything else, we got the technology, we're moving. The problem is we're not using our heads in other forms. You got an AI that's helping you and everything else like this, but you're making so much of this product or whatever it is, but we're still back to the same thing. We're not cleaning up after ourselves, and that's a complete another story and everything else like this. But the technology is cool. I get a kick out of it. I'm into robotics and all that kind of stuff. I just can't program. But maybe with an AI, it can help me make my dream. Build a robotic setup. No, I'm not talking one that thinks or does, just a robot. I always like robots just to see what they can do and data like this.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, wow, I got a robot and I'm playing with the controllers. No, it's actually, when you're talking to it, it's doing and thinking of its own how to manipulate through, even if it's just in the house. Well, logically, look at it. Okay, if you have an AI robot and everything else like this, and then what it does is keeps bugs out of your house. Wow, I'd love that. I'd keep those little bastards out of here, I don't have to worry about the cat trying to eat them and coughing one up in the floor. But hey, what the hell? At least it's picking up, the stuff's been here. What's funny is that, AI is blah, 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 and everything. No, I logically think about it. A Roomba is actually an AI in a form. Am I correct? It maps out a coordinates. It maps its own coordinates but what it bumps into. Even if you set a new object into it, it learns, okay, they've changed the room, but it'll clean the room just by knowing what certain things are in the house, or an eye that sees it. But sooner or later, it picks up a memory of where things are at, so it works around it. We're at the border. I can't go over this edge without falling down the stairs. That type of deal. If it's an upstairs unit, but stuff's been here. People go, oh, it's not been here. It's been here more than what you think. It's just we've went to the next step. And like we say, people don't like change. I know I got two parents that my dad still bitches about his cell phone. It's just one of those things. Yeah.
Well,
so
most people, especially my age, younger, or even your age, or the generation before you, Google's been around, and technically their systems is AI. You're the search function, how it will intelligently search the internet and give you the proper choice. A lot of the algorithms you interact with, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, a lot of them are a version of AI in and of themselves. Are they intelligent, general intelligence? No. But we've had that stuff around for longer than what we've thought they have. Though the modern version of AI is getting crazier, and I'd say probably I'm no genius, but a couple of years and it'd be really close. They're already talking about in-home AI androids you can have in your house. So many different companies, like there's one in China, a couple in the US, one in Canada, some over in Europe, all trying to make their version of AI.
Okay. Well, since we're on this AI subject, everything else like this, talk to the guest itself. Okay, you DJ and stuff like this. Can you imagine sitting there thinking? Don't get me wrong. You probably have your own mix and stuff like this, but you want to create music of a different style, different tone, and everything else like this. Would it help or benefit you having an AI saying that, hey, I want to take this, even this slight sound, or this, or this, or this, and I want you to make something that people are going to get a kick out of? Would you actually go for something like that in that form?
Yeah, if I would, because music make, for example, in the clubs, people happy, dance, and I enjoy that. There are already some programs that do that thing. For example, new DJ controllers. You just slide the slider from left deck to right deck. It's gonna all the settings gonna like match the beat, the keys, and everything. You don't really have to do anything. You just slide the slider and it matches everything. So almost there, but yeah. There was a discussion in the Discord where I am, about people are making like with stable diffusion, like pictures and stuff. And the question is, okay, you have to take some kind of a picture, put it in a stable diffusion, put some like commands, and it's gonna like generate something from that picture. And is it okay to sell that? Because you didn't take the picture, but you modified it, and are you the author of that photo? So there was like stuff like that is also questionable.
Yeah, there are a lot of people out there doing that, using AI to sell products, shirts, mugs, stuff like that. There's even, for example, in Filmora, as an example, you can grab a song with AI, or Filmora Wondershare, they have a new AI system where it'll intelligently highlight videos for you, or take music and you can stretch it out, and the AI will intelligently lengthen the song so it matches perfectly, whether it's 3 minutes or 3 hours. The exact same style of track, just whoop, stretched out to whatever you want.
For example, in new Photoshop, because I do photography like in my spare time, they have like also AI implementation. For example, if you take a picture of a beach and there's like a few people and you want to remove it, you can do it like by hand, but it's gonna take an hour because you have to layer everything, clone everything. Now you just circle around those people and it pops the prompt and you say remove, enter, and in like 20 seconds it removes, it clones, it's like seamless. So you can like enter command, add boat, add cruiser, add airplane, is gonna blend all the shapes, blend all the layers, and yeah.
That's quite crazy. I was looking into ChatGPT 5, and the word is they may be able to do that with video. Not just pictures, but it could take and generate full-on videos that look like was recorded by a camera, or CGI, whatever it is you want it to do. And it should be able to do that from nothing, which is kind of creepy and scary and cool.
Yeah, there is I don't know which program, but my friend told me about it. So if you have different camera angles, you put it all inside. I think it's Adobe Premiere. You pull everything in, pull all the sounds, all the channels, and you just click like separate, and it knows when somebody's speaking at that camera, he's gonna cut to that camera. When somebody else is gonna speak, we're gonna like cut to that camera. So it is got a great thing, but it's kind of scary. For example, deep fakes. People do deep fakes with different faces. Like, for example, I don't know, Tom Cruise or something. They put a face of Tom Cruise on somebody else, and like, I think that in 10 years we will have to somehow acknowledge that half of the news will probably like be fake or something.
Yeah. Well, we have already had one issue with AI deepfakes. I believe Twitch last year or this year actually had an issue with a lot of their female content creators and streamers on Twitch was getting deepfaked adult videos of themselves. This causing a whole bunch of problems that sounded like them, looked like them, and it just was a video like that. And then I believe in U.S. politics, there was a person who used a AI image, for example. Stuff's already popping up now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, like people are gonna probably be a bunch of scams and stuff using AI. And for example, I got a call like 2 weeks ago on my phone. Woman's voice. You could not recognize it was like a robot. She asked, "Okay, hi, I'm calling from this company. Do you live in that town?" I say no, and like she asked, "How far do you live for that town?" And I was quiet for a moment because it was a bit strange. And she said, "Hello, can we hear each other?" And I said like 1,000 miles. And she said, "Okay, thank you," and like just dropped the line. But you notice that that's like the robot. I mean, I didn't answer correctly, but it knows when you are quiet. It knows when you say like a number on anything or like a word or recognize.
Yeah, it is quite interesting to hear AI do that. It is like with ChatGPT, for example, it can hold conversations within reason. And then if you look at the Celeste video from Fia, the AI for Celeste can remember bits of conversation. It could talk with you, and per session, it could remember what it was told, who you are, faces, names, references to anything. I do see your fear of like scams, for example. You already have a problem with robocalls, and then robocalls with AI just sounds annoying as shit.
Yeah. I just fear that we will have to find a way to like acknowledge the problem, and probably is gonna be like a lot of people that got scammed, but we cannot do anything about it.
Well, even
but
with
I see VR like helping. Yeah, I see VR like helping people, like for example, DJing, because you accept the music, you have to have your visuals,
Yeah.
of course, your visual identity. So I do use some kind of like program that like generates, for example, some visuals behind me on the screen. I don't know if it's using like AI or it's just like a bunch of images that generates like an animation, but it will be like a great help for some people that don't know how to do like 3D graphics and like movies, Premiere and stuff.
Well, I do see one use of AI in VR, and it had sort of happened already in Minecraft. Someone used AI to make stuff in Minecraft. Now I see at some point someone's going to figure out AI and VR chat to instantaneously create worlds. That may cause some problems here. What about world creators and stuff? Will they lose what business they have to insta world AI, and then you can just give it prompts and you have yourself a castle or whatever you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what happened? We just have to wait and see.
What do you think, Raptor?
I'll take a castle. Oh, you were talking in VR. Okay, my bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to donate a castle to me. My luck it'd be this big. Something I put in my aquarium.
No, I'll make sure that the castle's just big enough for your avatar. It'd be like one of those kiddo play sets.
Thanks. Wow. God, you could pick it up and put wheels under it and be home on wheels castle. Well, that'd be great. Wouldn't take up much room. Be a Hot Wheel all the way around.
Travel. And you can travel around the world with it. I mean, the cost will be low because it's small, but
it's small. You just ship it. Get out of your house and put it on the ground. Thanks, I'll drive. See you later. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, I see both sides of the street in terms of AI, VR, whatever, AI in VR, AI in real life as well. I'm equal parts excited to see it, but also very cautious. So I see both sides of the coin there, but I would also still like to see it progress, at least in a more intelligent and effectual way that's not like how we run social media without thinking instantaneously.
Well, Lion, you remember they used to put, when they made robots way back, they had a way to program it to make sure that it follows 3 rules. Well, if you got an AI, it's a complete different situation. Yeah, if it understands, okay, murder is bad, and it's in there, and it's one of the biggest things that you can't, as an AI, not do this or do that, blah, 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 like that. Yeah, but sooner or later, somebody else is going to make an AI and forget that program.
Well,
there's your scary point.
As a notion for that,
they'll let it learn as an.
There was a podcast I watched called Timcast, and he kind of made a really good point on AI and stuff. Shout out to him. He did mention that AI would generally take the shortest route possible. So if you want AI to help with a food crisis, for example, it would generate corn-related products, corn-related proteins, and you would be malnourished over time because you're not getting everything you need. It's all just corn meats, corn clothes, corn food, corn bread, all of it. It'd be like that. AI wouldn't.
I'll take some cornbread.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. You wouldn't get a healthy diet.
I know where you get.
Yeah.
I got you. Cornbread sounds good. I just want cornbread. Yeah.
I just hope there's.
I haven't had cornbread in years. Oh, ham and baked beans. Oh man, stop it! You're making me hungry. Damn it!
Welcome to my world.
Yummy. I haven't had that. Yeah. Your world.
The funny thing is, I think about food a lot, but I'm not a stoner. So I'll be thinking of food, different things you can do with food.
Whoa! Where's food got to be to have to do with it? A thing of being a stoner. You just like food. There's people that just enjoy food, and doesn't mean they're stoners. They just enjoy food.
I think like a stoner with munchies, but I don't smoke weed. In terms of food. That is what I mean.
I know why it's that way, Lion. It's where you're located. You're in the higher elevated area compared to me. I'm in the lower. That's it. That's what it is. See, higher and I'm lower. Yeah, I got you. Hey, hey, if you want to get the munchies, just go to a higher elevation. You'll eat a lot more. Go to the lower
no.
part and you won't eat as much. Don't take my word for it. I'm just joking.
Mm.
I mean, oh my God, where the hell?
Yeah, we go off the rails.
Yeah, more than we need to sometimes. Sorry about that. Sorry, folks. Didn't mean to go. Ah, wow, food. Now, yeah. Well, today's food is actually broadcast by cornbread. Try it sometime. Make sure you have those ham and beans, and you'll be enjoying your deal by farting more than anybody else in the world, no matter what elevation you're in.
In a world with
Whoops.
only cornbread, AI and corn.
AI and corn. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Holy shit. Yeah.
Screwing around. This is where it gets us all the time.
All
Get
the
off the
screwed around,
subject,
and I
like
lost my
mostly.
thoughts completely.
That's yep. We do it all the time.
Whoops. Well,
Whoops. Sorry, folks.
thanks again for your time, Miyuki. I do appreciate you coming on and talking with us.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Knowing we got to screw it.
Thanks for having me. It was
No.
a pleasure.
No problem. Is there
Anytime.
anything you want to plug at all?
Well, always try like to be nice to people in VR, because as I see, there's another person because after in front of the avatar, and yeah, people are there, and it's not just a game. It's more like some people really live here in VR.
Okay.
No problem.
Are there any links where people
That's
can
great.
find you if they wish to find you, or is it only in Vanguard?
Oh no, I have I usually do some Twitch like DJing, and when I have a set in an event, I always do it Twitch or Twitter.
Okay. All of those things will be down
Cool.
below if you wish to have them. If not, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.
Bye, folks. Watch that cornbread. We need methane. A lot more to power your car these days.
Bye.